Scott, in teaching us basketball, he was teaching us a game of life.
All right.
A lot of times in those huddles in practice, he would not only be mentioning how we might have messed up a play or how we need to do a certain play, but he would also be telling us about what we need to do in life as a person as far as our character is concerned, and what we need to grow into be as young men and to go through life. A lot of people might have not known that, but I do know that's what he was saying a whole lot of times. That within itself, as I got older and the years in college, I began to realize what he was talking about. Trying to teach us manhood, knowledge, education, to be somebody, not only just to be a ball player. Those things began to set in at 19 and 20. I then began to think like, hey, all those things he was saying, they're becoming true in order to be a decent young man. So to say that, I want to say, Mr. Scott, thank you so much. The other players feel the same way. I'm going to have to make this brief what I'm saying because the other players are going to have something to say. But thank you so much for being who you are, the gentleman that you've been to us. All the players need to come forward. I know you got a lot to say. Enterprise, the way it goes. I know you have a lot to say, but if you can limit it to 3 minutes so we can keep the program going. Who's going to be first? After you get to talking, all the players still stay up here.
Okay, John Rice, 1963. Mr. Scott, we love you and thank you.
I think I'm the oldest player that are here. I told Michael earlier, I'm sharing my father with him. He was my father first. Mr. Scott coached me at Brunswick High School, junior high school. Mr. Scott always has been like a father to me. He taught me how to first respect myself. I would have no problem respecting someone else. It's very hard to find that today. And Mr. Scott was one of the best coaches in Memphis at his level.
My name is Orlando Taylor. I'm a pastor of today. He's retired now, so I can understand. Mr. Scott was a good basketball coach. And I enjoyed playing basketball. And it was a thing that I played basketball before I got to Pisgah. But I never had a teacher. When I was in Cairo school, we had a lady as a basketball coach. And so she said, dribble twice and stop and pass. Dribble twice. Oh, you're teaching the wrong one. You're teaching women's basketball. And so therefore I had to teach her how to play basketball. But in any game, when you learn the game, you're learning about life too, because life is a game. And if you play it right, you won't have no problem. Thanks, Mr. Scott.
My name is B.G. Brooks. I graduated in 1961. And just good to see Coach Scott here tonight. And I need to tell this on who's supposed to roast him. You know, the Bible says in Galatians 6 and 7, be not deceived, for God is not mocked. Whatever a man sow, that shall he reap. And he's going to reap a little bit here tonight. Amen. Amen. Most of y'all don't know he was born in Bolivar. That's Bolivar, Whiteville. This is it's somewhere in that area. And he was invited back to Whiteville to go to Baltimore. And he was there to teach some guys how to play basketball. And when, you know, if you go to Baltimore, they put you on a bus and carry you to the place. And there was a tall, light-complected fellow there. And when he got on the bus, he says, "My name is Harold Ford." And he stepped on the bus with a briefcase. Another tall, good-looking dog guy, looked kind of like me. He's supposed to smile on that. And he says, "My name is Mayor Harrington." And he stepped on the bus too. So when Scott walked up there tall and good-looking with his grip, and he says, the guy looked at him, and Scott had a suit and tie on. He said, "My name is James Scott." He told, "You just crazy the rest of them, get on the bus." But let me tell you, he's a smart fellow. He's a smart fellow. He's a smart fellow. And anybody remember my brother Bobby? Yeah. I have a brother that's preaching. Yeah. And we run revivals all over the country. We was in Oklahoma City. And Miss Scott, she called, she said, "Babe, you and Bobby need to come home quick." So Miss Scott is almost gone, and he wants both of you guys to come and be with him. So I said, "Bobby," I said, "man, we big time preachers now." I said, "Mr. Scott has called us to come and be with him at his closing of his life." Bobby said, "Oh, counsel, we tough, so let's go." We jumped in the car, headed off to Memphis, and made it to the hospital where he was. He lay there. And Bobby, you know, he talked. He said, "Mr. Scott, well, what do you want us to do?" He said, "Bobby, stand on the right and Basil on the left." And I said, "This doesn't sound too well." I said, "What do you want, Mr. Scott?" He said, "I want to die like the Lord between 2 feet."
Everybody's speaking real good, Mr. Scott, but I'm going to tell the real truth. I always say what you want. You're a good coach, now don't get me wrong. You taught me how to shoot a jump shot. I stayed sore a lot. You go from falling out, isn't it? Well, Mr. Scott was a good coach, and he taught us a lot. He taught us the value of life, and I really appreciate it for that. And not only him, we had good teachers in Mount Pisgah, and he's got a lovely wife. Miss Scott, you didn't teach me, but honey, you caught me a lot of times and straightened me up, though. I appreciate that. And we love you dearly, and I hope y'all have a long life together still. Thank you.
I would like to say good afternoon to everyone. My name is Frank Edinburgh, and I'm a graduate of this 61 class. And I would like to say that Mr. Scott and Ms. Scott, the company that whom I have known all of my life. I never told Mr. Scott this, but when I was first grade, Ms. Scott taught me I was still up every night to give my lesson just so she could put her arm around me. That he told me, it was good with me all throughout my life. And, love you both very much.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Charlie B. Hobson.
got a whooping at the end of the game. I took one whooping. I said, hey, I can't claim that. Mr. Scott taught me something else, how to be a man in life. How to do for yourself, take care of yourself, and respect everybody. And I appreciate it.
Good evening, everybody. Thomas. I'm Thomas Thomas. I'm sure everyone here know me. But I'm here to talk about Brother Scott. Good friend of mine. Good man.
Yeah, right.
He always was on my side. He was with me. He always would do anything for me. The only thing, he would do anything for me. The only thing he would tell me, and I was coming, he would teach me that I couldn't get those bones. He would tell me how to get them bones. I just named them D-bone, I got it one day. He ain't never, I got it there. About 4 or 5 on a rope. Come on, Tom, he's there. I think I went from shoulder ball down to my knee ball. You gonna get him. I tell you what, he said, just go on over yonder. I get him. I go on over there, but he would be back there. Wait, no. When I get back, I had to get those bones. What he said, he needed what he said. He's a good teacher. I love him. I do need my heart to me. Treated me that way. Thank you, Mr. Scott.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Daniel Smith. Graduated from Pisgah in 1960. I did play for Mr. Scott. So much has been said about Mr. Scott is to blame. Put me out and have anything to say, let's not repeat what they have said. So listen now. I thought I had them all to myself. So we found out he was bad to everybody. But nevertheless, played ball under Mr. Scott, and Miss Scott taught me, I don't know what grade it was in, but nevertheless, she did teach me in the East School, I know that. I want to say, if I had this to do over again, I don't see nothing I'll change.
You've always been special to me, and I've been special to you. You know, I try to talk the fellas out of them, but there's too many of them. They say they got erosion. They say that, you know, he didn't let us go, so we can't let him go. And from that standpoint, I want to say this. One time we were playing a game, and Mr. Scott had told this player to drive to the basket, son, stop putting up shooting your jump shot. Okay, coach. This went on for the first half. Halftime, Mr. Scott looked at the boy and said, son, I told you to run. They had an act of getting his keys out because he had trainers that were really dedicated to him. They told everything on you. It was right there for him. He made sure he had the right trainer. So, Alfred Cash was a trainer at that particular time. Mr. Scott called him Goose. So he said, Goose, hand me the keys, go get my bones, son. So we got in the dressing room. The player said, Coach said, I tell you what, I quit now. You can fire me right now. I'm gonna leave. Mr. Scott said, no, son, can't fire you halftime without this game, you can leave. But right now, you gotta get that vote. So Mr. Scott Powley, young man, we went back out for halftime for the second half. He started with the same individual. Son, on the sideline prior to the half beginning, I want you to drive. Do you understand me? Yes, coach. The player went down the court, somebody passed the ball, and he took off driving. Head down, shoulders down, run over the player in front of us, knocked the referee down too. So the referee got up with the whistle, said, foul, son, you're charged. So Mr. Scott jumped straight up off the bench and so as the player, he stood there in front of the bench with his hand on his hip. So when the referee, the three shots had been shot, the referee gave the ball back to Mount Pisgah. We come up, the same player come back up the court. He came down the sideline by Mr. Scott running. And then Mr. Scott standing there looking at it, and he passed by Mr. Scott, coach, you told me to drive. So in essence, Mr. Scott, we got a token with us here that I think you were familiar with, that you can look at for a long time. So the fellows want you to look at this particular masterpiece.
Chairman of the board, Coach Scott. You know, some things are not meant to be. I wish we had thought of this earlier. I would have loved for Perry Hallett to be here. Or be right. Those guys, they was well acquainted with this. So I'm going to let the main man, the ringleader of that game, carry the ball and present it to Mr. Scott.
Scott, when I was with you, tell me, Thomas, you gonna
Yes, he did.
play ball, you gonna, every time I would hit the ball, I would have to take off and travel with it. Well, real ball. Man, he called me traveling, or something like that. He called me traveling about 2 or 3 times. Next, about 30 times he called me. Scott called me, take me out of the game. Now, wrong way here. No, just keep on, keep on. And then started in. You tell me, go back. Me and Perry, whole be right. No ball. We all of we is together. We have from Scott. Dear believe in this right here. When you go out there, if you did the wrong thing, and you go out there and come back, you would be right.
First, I want to thank Ms. Chapman for organizing and bringing us together. We need to be together, stay together, and the school song, just looking down in there, it said something about, dear my Pisgah, we'll never let you die. And that's something that we ought to concentrate on and keep Mount Pisgah alive. Now we can do that. I'm indeed happy to be here, especially to see the ball players. I'm dedicated to them because they helped me. Everything they said wasn't true. I did demand discipline. I did demand discipline. When I started working in Mount Pisgah, I had worked 3 years at Brummer Junior High School. The superintendent told me he was going to send me to the new school. And I knew that before we got to school building. But when I got over there, we didn't have a gymnasium. We built some goals out on the ground. And I talked with all the boys and I tried to size them up. And I look at the hands and look at the feet. Usually coaches can judge ball players by big hands and big feet. And I had a bunch of them. They didn't know how to dribble, didn't know when to dribble. They didn't know how to shoot. Nicotine's all over the finger. I had a tough job. Mr. Harris said, Mr. Scott, we want to win. And we want to win fast. So I told him, I said, you're going to have to give me time. We knew we don't have a gym. He said, well, I'm gonna get you a practice schedule at Owens College. And then I had one car, and I had to drive to Owens College and practice and then get them back home. Some of the boys would have cars, and we were 7 or 8 in the car, and we go and start like that. I'm telling you this because I'm leading up to the board. I had everybody around the school said, Mr. Scott is mean. Mr. Scott is mean. He want to be tough. And I didn't want to be tough. I wanted to win. And when we got to gymnasium, I started trying to work with the boys. They didn't know but one thing. Catch the ball and get it on the floor. That's all. So I had to break it for that. Then they would run, travel. I had to break it for that. They didn't know how to guard. I had to teach them how to guard. So I was working with the fundamentals with these boys. And I remember we played a ball game, and I was trying to teach them like I was talking in college. And it wasn't working. We played 28 games. coach, he had knocked the college. And I said, Coach, everything you taught me is going stale. I can't get these boys to learn anything. And he said, can you meet me at the airport tomorrow evening? I told him, yeah. So me and my wife went out to the airport and met him. He came out to my place and stayed 3 days. And the students don't know much about this, but he didn't say nothing to anybody. He got up in the bleachers and stayed. He watched me practice, and he said, well, I got to go back to school, and Scott, I'm going to tell you one thing. You aren't working with college boys. You're working with high school kids. Then you don't have any distance. You got to get these ball players to do what you said to. They got to believe in you. And I said, well, how am I do this, coach? He said, well, get you another strap. Or get you a pack. And let them know when you say half speed, you want them to run half speed. If you say full speed, let them run full speed. And you stand out in the middle of the flow with them. If they don't do what you said, stand aside. You got to get his attention. So I took that under consideration. I went to a teaching meeting, and Mr. George Vaughn spoke. He said, you can't teach a child unless you got his attention. And you have to get his attention. So when I go back to school, I said, well, I'm going to get their attention. And I got my pal, that's why I rock for me. I thought about it. My wife would tell me, you too tough on the boy. But I had to get their attention. And when I got their attention, we started winning. And it was tough on me because some of the things they said, I had to do it. Thomas Thomas. Today, I'm proud of you guys. You know, you can be tough on a guy and you help him try to get him going in life. I was concerned with the ball players not just playing basketball for me, but I wanted them to do something in life to make a living. And all of these guys are making money. I'm glad of it. And they are respected. I'm on the doctor's treatment, and you know what these guys come by my house? They come by and see me. They come by and bring me juice. They told me, anything you need, Mr. Scott, let me know. And I believe that. They offer to cut my grass. But I'm proud of these fellas. I'm close to them, and as I look at them, there's Bobby Vincent there, Big Nashville. They're the prize practice, free throw. We said in the game, that guy was standing there and posing. OB is passed on, but OB was ready to come together. Leon, OB right, they were together in the junior high school. And they want to stay with me. So when I was transferred, we got in touch with Mr. Bond. Mr. Bond told me, said, well, they should be going to draft Jeffrey. Well, if they like you that much, I'm going to give them permission to stay with me. So they came on and off with me. I could talk all night about the guys. So we go way back. We had a lot of things that went on in the locker room. I can't tell this from but we had a good time. You know, I think about my Pisgah a lot. I sit out in the yard a lot. I get to think about this guy and I start laughing to myself. Because there are a lot of memories when you work with fellows from the beginning up to the time you close. I'm going to tell you what I do. I'm working where, but it was something about Mount Pisgah that I never had. I spoke over there, and I thought of that. And there were things that these kids just couldn't pick up fast. I stayed down retired. But I want to say this to this class album. I appreciate what you've done, and I hope the good Lord will let me live and be back with you when you meet again. Right on. All of us will be able to come back to you and support. That's what you need to do. You need to get behind now and support them. And let me tell you something about that. We were playing a game somewhere. I don't remember where it was. But Nat got on my team because he criticized my ball player. I didn't like that. He said, "Look, Scott, those boys you got out there can't rebound. I can rebound better than anybody you got." Video station. Put your shoes off. You get that ball over the net. Got the ball. When I moved, what I had. Okay, where we go? We're from practice. Net got out there with us, developed into a good center, and he was kind of ball player up in the rough. faithful to you. But then he was rough. We played Melrose one night, and this guy hit that in the stomach. And hit him in the stomach, hit him in the stomach. And that didn't get it. I went out on the first and said, no, son, don't do that. I said, you heard of more by making 2 free throws. And that's when you go down and made both of the free throws. And then I want to tell you about these guys, Bob and Nat. One night we played the game and the ball was stopped up on the board. It went over the ring. And Bob and Nat went up over the ring, elbows up the floor of the ring, and Nat said, I got it, Bob. I got it, Bob. I'll never forget things like that. Yeah, I will forget. You guys supported me, and I really appreciate being here tonight. Also, I appreciate you coming out, thinking enough of me to be here. I love all of you.
Elated to be here. It's so good to see you tonight. Everywhere without audience. Good God, we thank you for this gathering. We thank you, good God, for your protecting us and being around us. We ask you, good God, that you be with us, continue to have mercy upon us. This we ask in Jesus' name.
But we're going to bring a young man to the bandstand. They've been around a long time. He's one of the Els, Mr. Scott and Miss Scott said one of the Mount Pisgah Eagles. He's still flying high. A great friend of mine, ladies and gentlemen. He's a graduate of Mount Pisgah also. How about let's give it up for the one and only, the preacher man. Let's give him a nice round of applause. Let's give it up. Is that all right? I remember trust. Got me hanging on. Keep hanging over. God Almighty, got you all. So you really want to get happiness. Yeah. Something that can make you do wrong, make you do right.
Thank you.
Amen.